The cracks in the sky, the appearance of 7 suns, and the changing patterns of nature. The incidents that were prophesied to happen in the end times are happening now, and no one can deny them anymore.
Oh my gosh, look at it!
Like a hole in the sky.
So prepare yourself, because this could be the beginning of the end.
Whoa.
While working in the rice fields on August 27th, 2023, a farmer from Amritsar district noticed something unusual happening around him and began filming the strange occurrence. From a river that was believed to be deep, the land underneath it suddenly started emerging out. While there was no exact explanation for such an incident, a key possibility could be that this was some shift or movement of the tectonic plates. According to the farmer, who not only filmed up, but also witnesses shared that the earth would rise from under the water, then break apart and fall back in before it would repeat once again. Sky opening.
Oh my god, look up in the sky!
Whoa.
I don't see it!
An hour just before sunset on the 13th of March 2025, an unexplained incident unfolded when a giant mysterious sky opening kind of effect appeared in the sky. It appeared after the formation of a cloud in that area before it bizarrely got escalated.
Oh my god, that is strange.
Look,
At one point, it looked like a portal, and on the other, more or less like a cloud with flames surrounding it. If this were some planetary event or not remains a fact unknown and unsolved.
see
What the hell is it?
I'm in the middle of my park.
Oh my god.
7 suns. An extraordinary sight was captured in China when multiple sun-like lights appeared in the sky at the same time, leaving witnesses shocked. Instead of a single sun, several bright orbs were seen spread across the horizon, each glowing intensely and resembling smaller suns. Residents stopped to watch, with some filming the scene, while others stood in silent disbelief. Although specialists suggested the display could be caused by rare atmospheric conditions, many felt the phenomenon looked unnatural. The unusual spacing and alignment of the glowing orbs fueled speculation, making the moment feel surreal, as if the sky briefly behaved in a way that challenged normal reality. Cracked sky. Up in the skies of Seattle City back on August 9th, 2025, pedestrians for a brief moment could see a kind of crack with a black sky beyond it that was visible. It almost looks as if the sky were made up of glass and could come down shattering at any moment, bringing an end to the planet. This crack was later either hidden by the government to avoid panic or disappeared, leaving every second that passed by to be burrowed in time. Cotton-like sky.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué está bien esas nubes?
A breathtaking yet deeply unsettling sight appeared in the sky, as viral footage captured cotton wool-like clouds hanging unusually low. The fluffy pouch-shaped formations looked unnatural, leading many viewers to describe the scene as eerie, as if the days of Earth were numbered. The strange bubble-like patterns gave the impression that the sky was opening, sparking speculation about signs of the end times or an approaching judgment. The clouds appeared heavy and almost alive, as though something unseen was moving within them. Their dark, textured underside and dramatic presence created a powerful sense of unease, reminding many of ancient warnings and prophecies long associated with ominous changes in the sky. Water turning red. Between November 2023 and the early months of 2025, multiple incidents were reported worldwide in which bodies of water suddenly turned a bright red color. A mountainous landscape of Iran turned completely red by the red rainwater that surprised many on social networks after a video of this unusual phenomenon went viral. In Peru, a river mysteriously turned red, capturing the attention of concerned bystanders. The Nile River of Egypt also turned completely red. While scientists are trying to understand how, it has led many to believe that these are some final signs of the end times, or a high life-losing imminent event. Upside-down waterfall. A tourist who was visiting the Faroe Islands on the 9th of June 2024 when he noticed a clear act of defiance against gravity. A waterfall that, instead of falling into the sea, was being channeled towards the sky, almost as if the waterfall was upside down. Initial explanations were that this was due to the winds being quite strong. Now, if this was the case, it wouldn't have prolonged for much longer. It is believed that gravity at some points of the planet has stopped working, or is malfunctioning, which over time could spread across the planet. Fish rain.
Oh my gosh, fish, they're actually falling out of the sky. I'm under the port.
A very unexpected kind of rainfall struck Blue Ridge, Georgia on November 7th, 2025. Where millions of small fish came down from the sky. This led to the crowding of streets and yards with fish, while everyone was shocked and confused. While they and netizens were seeking answers, this weird phenomenon was considered by most to be initial signs of some end-of-the-world-type nature calamity that may or may not be following soon.
Everybody get inside! They're fish. Actual fish. Whole street's covered.
Crack opening land. Researchers and residents in the municipality of Tula, Tamaulipas, Mexico, were alarmed after a massive crack stretching nearly 3 kilometers suddenly appeared on June 26, 2024. With the crack having gradually formed, the extent of how far or deep it could go remains unsolved. Even though there is a scientific explanation for this that is pending, the prophecies of the ground opening up at the end of times have left most of the public pessimistic about the incident, as they were seeking answers. Mysterious trumpets. Reports of so-called heavenly trumpet or humming sounds were recorded in Australia on January 14th and February 13th, 2025, after a video shared online captured loud, unsettling noises coming from the sky. The person who posted the footage described it as playing out of one of the signs of the Judgment Day, just as it is associated with religious or apocalyptic interpretations. Similar noises were also heard for over 10 days in Guizhou, China, where some suggested tectonic activity as a possible explanation, though no definitive cause has been confirmed. Bizarre sky effect.
Now we have you see the light behind it, the red light.
In the skies of Portland, Oregon, bystanders noticed a very weird sky phenomenon that was playing out on May 16th, 2025. Around 4 p.m., a circular opening appeared in the clouds, framing the sun like a dim, haunting portrait. Witnesses were both mesmerized and unnerved, as the sunlight seemed unusually weak, almost unnatural. Experts warn that such strange atmospheric effects could indicate severe damage to Earth's protective layers, allowing lethal ultraviolet radiation to reach the surface. If this continues, it could devastate ecosystems, disrupt human health, and cause catastrophic events that could affect countless species.
What the hell is that?
Bizarre rain incident. In November 2025, parts of Shenyang, China, experienced an extraordinary rainfall event, reportedly the heaviest in 73 years. As the rain poured relentlessly, millions of fish in the canals appeared to panic, thrashing as if fighting desperately for their lives. Rumors quickly spread that it wasn't just the sheer intensity of the downpour causing this panic. Some claimed the rainwater itself carried unusual properties, almost like concentrated acid, which intensified the spectacle and left onlookers both fascinated and horrified by the unusual natural drama unfolding before them. Doomsday fish. Video footage recently showed a pair of oarfish swimming near the ocean's surface, an unusual sight since these deep-sea fish typically live thousands of feet below. In May and June of this year, two separate incidents drew attention after rare oarfish, often referred to as doomsday fish, washed up on beaches in Tamil Nadu, India, and Tasmania. The sightings reignited long-held legends and online speculation, as some cultures associate oarfish appearances with upcoming natural catastrophic events, rooted largely in Japanese folklore, where they are seen as messengers from the sea's depths. Now, this belief has, over the years, been revalidated and intensified as events have always followed after oarfish surface sightings. Bird swarm. Residents of a neighborhood in Kyoto, Japan, were startled when a large flock of birds gathered among homes, cars, rooftops, and green spaces on February 10, 2023. The unusual sight quickly went viral on social media, showing birds clustered across streets and properties. Similar mass gatherings were later reported in Mexico and parts of the United States, including Texas and Long Island and New Jersey. Online speculation suggested the birds might be sensing an approaching natural phenomenon, with theories ranging from atmospheric to magnetic disturbances. While some viewers linked the events to warnings of crises, no clear explanation has been confirmed. Mysterious doorway.
Pretty creepy.
Drivers and bystanders traveling along Joshua Tree Highway in Nevada stopped after noticing a strange structure by the roadside. The object resembled a massive doorway covered with bones, skulls, and fragments of skeletons embedded into its surface. Fan-like protrusions extended outward, giving the impression that something was emerging from within. While many assumed it was an unusual art installation or sculpture, others viewed it far differently, claiming it looked something supernatural and that it appeared from another dimension. It was linked to spiritual or mythological figures such as Gog and Magog, and that this is connected to the prophecies of the end of times. Crimson Sun. Residents in South Florida observed an unusual sunset at around 7:49 p.m. on May 11th, 2024, when the sun appeared intensely red with a striking white line running through its center. The sky had remained hazy throughout the day, taking on a milky appearance before the dramatic sunset, with no nearby wildfires reported that could account for the coloration. Some observers suggested atmospheric or geomagnetic activity as a possible cause, while others connected the sighting to the ancient red sun prophecy, which associates a crimson sun with major global or spiritual change. The incident quickly sparked online discussion, blending scientific speculation with apocalyptic symbolism.
Oh my god, that's so creepy.
Life on Mars. This footage was leaked by an unknown source and shared on social media on October 30th, 2025, which left netizens surprised. The individual, who describes himself as an alien hunter, claimed it showed possible evidence of life on Mars. He pointed to a NASA image featuring a shape resembling a reptile or lizard on the planet's surface, which initially appeared to be a rock. According to his claim, life on Mars is possible or has been made possible, but is kept away from public knowledge. The footage remains unverified, and no official confirmation has been provided. Ominous lights. Locals in Beihai reported seeing strange glowing lights in the sky in 2024, appearing to come from an unknown object or entity that was never fully visible. The lights formed precise, unsettling formations, with no resemblance to known aircraft or natural phenomena. Witnesses described the sight as deeply unnatural, as if the lights were leaking through from something hidden in the sky. As the footage spread, speculation grew that the phenomenon could signal something far more ominous, ranging from advanced, undisclosed technology to a sign of an approaching global or cosmic event. This created a fear that humanity may be witnessing early signs of an end-of-the-world scenario. Red heifer.
The challenge is not to find a particular red cow. The challenge is to raise a perfect red heifer according to the exact biblical requirements.
In Jewish prophecy, the red heifer is regarded as a powerful symbol associated with the future return of the Messiah and the reconstruction of the Third Temple in Jerusalem.
This project is nothing less than the first stage of the reintroduction of biblical purity into the world, the prerequisite for the rebuilding of the Holy Temple.
According to tradition, the ashes of a flawless red heifer must be mixed with spring water to purify priests before they may enter the temple. In northern Israel's village of Kfar Hasidim, this prophecy has resurfaced with the birth of a rare red cow named Melody. Born 10 months ago, Melody is considered unusually pure in color, something believed to have disappeared since ancient times. Her appearance has sparked intense debate, religious anticipation, and widespread attention.
As far as we know, the last red heifer who was valid for the mitzvah was 2,000 years ago.
Solar eclipse. Across the world, from the beaches of California to cities in the Middle East and forests of Southeast Asia, solar eclipses have increasingly become a common occurrence. In recent years, these celestial events appear to be happening more frequently than in historical records, drawing attention and concern. For some observers, this rise in eclipses echoes ancient prophecies linking solar darkening to end-of-the-world scenarios. In biblical and cultural traditions, the sun being darkened has often been interpreted as a warning of major upheavals or the approach of the end times. The growing frequency of eclipses has reignited discussions about whether these events could hold symbolic or prophetic significance.
Whoa.
Crucifix in sky.
10th, and look at this in the sky. So I was out here last night and I caught something.
On June 10th at 3:26 a.m., a resident from a suburban area of Sydney, Australia, recorded an unusual sight in the night sky. The moon appeared to display a clear, glowing cross-like shape, leaving the observer stunned. After the footage circulated, some viewers referenced a biblical verse from Luke 21:25, which speaks of signs in the sun, moon, and stars. This connection led others to interpret the sighting as symbolic or divine in nature. While the phenomenon remains unexplained, it sparked reflection and debate, with many questioning whether the heavens were conveying a deeper message or meaning through the strange appearance.
It was definitely something in front of the moon, and I come out here tonight and look at this.
Mystery laser incident. A resident in Chile caught a mysterious incident on camera, where a laser power beam struck a power supply line. The incident, dating to the 23rd of August 2023, for a long while was thought to be some man-made related incident, but its source is believed to be from deep outer space, citing the possibility, if not connection, with aliens and/or UFOs. Eye-catching meteor. Portuguese influencer Milena Rafacho captured a stunning meteor streaking across the night sky, its electric blue glow creating a rare and mesmerizing spectacle on May 19th, 2024. The video, shared on her and Milarafacho account, quickly went viral as viewers were captivated by the meteor's vivid illumination. The event was also recorded by a passing motorist's dashcam, adding to the widespread documentation. The International Meteor Organization received over 80 reports from Spain, Portugal, and France, and the European Space Agency confirmed the object was likely a fragment of a comet. Its intense blue color, caused by burning elements like magnesium and calcium, made the brief appearance truly extraordinary. Giant surfacing monster. Giant mysterious creatures have been reported in various parts of the world, sparking speculation about their connection to apocalyptic signs. In Lake Maracaibo, sightings of so-called Leviathan hatchlings have captured attention, while in China, a serpentine creature was filmed moving just beneath the murky surface of the Yangtze River in Yichang City, Hubei Province. Some observers compare these beings to legendary monsters like the Loch Ness or Leviathan, noting that their sudden appearances suggest a shift in the balance of power from humans back to nature. While explanations remain elusive, the unusual sightings continue to intrigue and unsettle onlookers worldwide. Sky warning.
It's a UFO for real, y'all!
A video reportedly filmed in a residential area of Chicago has surfaced online, quickly spreading across social media on June 9th, 2025. The footage shows a powerful beam of light streaming down from the night sky, forming eerie striped patterns aimed at the ground. Residents can be seen reacting with a mix of awe and fear, some recording the strange display as it unfolds, while some suggest a secret military test. Others fear it may be the work of extraterrestrial beings, possibly scouting the area in preparation for a larger, potentially catastrophic event, sparking speculation of an impending global invasion.
Y'all, that's crazy!
Glow before catastrophe. Though naturally occurring catastrophes have been a thing for ages, none of them before were anything like these. Hundreds of residents in Xinjiang, China, reported seeing this strange red glow in the sky right before a powerful event that hit the region hours later. The glowing appearance in the sky almost looked like some kind of energy and convergence of frequency waves that many believe was a man-made doing that triggered the event, making it an artificial one. Surge in sinkholes. Lately, there have been increasing reports of sinkholes forming in various parts of the world that have got scientists concerned. In Turkey alone, more than 700 sinkholes emerged across different regions of the country in December 2025. Some shallow, but most of them were deep and wide. Similarly, a massive sinkhole measuring about 60 meters in diameter has formed in farmers' fields in central Mexico. Experts believe that if this keeps going, it could risk the collapse of the Earth's crust around the globe to a level that could risk all life. Planet influencing effect.
I was cleaning off this car and I saw these crazy little rainbows and I was like...
The latest of Comet 3I/ATLAS, which, though it looks nothing like a comet, was speeding towards Earth, has started to cause some concerning issues. A car owner in Vermont noticed something unusual after a recent snowfall. The snow appeared covered in vibrant, rainbow-colored patterns, almost like a chemical slick, rather than ordinary snow. Others who observed the comet reported similar effects.
What is in the snow that's causing the oily rainbow?
The iridescent shimmer across the snow created an eerie, otherworldly scene, creating speculation that 3I/ATLAS might be influencing these strange displays. What should have been a routine winter chore turned into a mysterious spectacle, sparking curiosity about how the comet interacts with Earth's atmosphere. Weird rain.
Got a blue lake right here.
On July 5th, 2025, residents across multiple cities in Texas reported an unusual phenomenon, rain falling in a vivid blue color. The strange blue water appeared in both rural and urban areas, drawing curiosity and speculation as the event received little mainstream coverage or explanation.
And it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue.
In one city, observers even noted that some of the rainwater turned into a thick, jelly-like substance shortly after hitting the ground. While the cause remains unclear, the bizarre downpour left locals puzzled and sparked widespread discussion online, with many sharing photos and accounts of the mysterious blue rain across the state.
It's a jelly.
Magnetic apocalypse. The Earth's magnetic poles, according to scientists, are gradually flipping, which, if kept on going, could end up in chaos unlike anything before. The magnetic shield protecting us from lethal solar and cosmic radiation would collapse, bombarding satellites, power grids, and electronics with radiation. Navigation systems would fail, and countless animals relying on the magnetic field for migration could vanish.
It would probably knock out several GPS satellites, and it would definitely disrupt communications. The biggest consequence is the damage it could do to our electric power grids.
Extreme atmospheric conditions could sweep the planet, triggering events across continents. Humanity would struggle to survive in a world where technology falters, communication breaks down, and natural systems collapse. While life might cling on, civilization as we know it could be plunged into unprecedented turmoil, turning our modern world into a shadow of itself.
And we can take appropriate preventive measures to ensure that our high technology civilization remains intact.
Boiling eruptions. In Malaysia's Taban Wildlife Park, onlookers witnessed an extraordinary and unsettling event that left them in awe and fear. At first, it appeared as a strange spill across the land, but it was actually caused by violent underground pressures building beneath the surface, a rare and ominous sign of nature's unrest. Observed by stunned spectators, sludge and debris forcefully erupted from the earth, pointing at the immense tension brewing below. This alarming occurrence, recorded in May 2023 at Lahad, Datu City, Sabah State, has experts warning that such underground disturbances could be early harbingers of larger, catastrophic events, signaling that the planet itself might be on the brink of unprecedented upheaval. Saudi's greenery prophecy. Saudi Arabia's greenery prophecy has been making headlines lately because unusually heavy rains have turned parts of the usually desert, especially between Mecca and Medina, into surprisingly green landscapes full of grass and vegetation. People can't help but be amazed, and many locals are reading more into it than just seasonal growth. They see it as a possible sign of major upheaval, tying it to old predictions that these barren lands would one day flourish before the end of days. Scientists, of course, say it's just extraordinary rainfall doing its thing, but the sudden burst of life across such huge arid areas has definitely sparked awe and some apocalyptic chatter. Noah's Ark. Even though the discovery of Noah's Ark is not an explicit end-of-the-world prophecy, the biblical story is often viewed as a strong parallel to end-time themes. Given the moral and social conditions described during Noah's era, some believe the present state of the world makes such a discovery feel symbolic rather than coincidental. This ark had measurements very close to the ones in theory, and had layers within, where not only Noah, his family, and others, but also a pair of every animal that walks the planet. Ending of Dead Sea.
Prophesied of a day when the very desert regions would blossom like the rose.
The prophecy of the Dead Sea is linked to ancient religious texts and warnings about the end times. In Islamic tradition, the shrinking of the Dead Sea is seen as a sign connected to events involving Gog and Magog and upheavals in the Levant.
And the Dead Sea is so full of minerals and salt that the waters of the Dead Sea are not good for irrigation.
Biblical interpretations also describe the area's desolation as a warning of moral and spiritual consequences. Today, the Dead Sea's water levels are dropping rapidly due to the rising temperature and human activity, giving the prophecy a renewed sense of relevance. Many see this as a reminder to reflect on humanity's choices, emphasizing spiritual awareness and environmental responsibility, and viewing nature's changes as possible signs of larger, impending events. Strange ice spheres. Strange ice balls were seen floating across Lake Michigan on February 15, 2022, shocking onlookers and leaving many curious at the same time. The phenomenon was spotted at the northernmost point of the Old Mission Peninsula in Michigan, where temperatures hovered around 10 degrees. Massive, perfectly rounded ice spheres covered parts of the frozen lake, giving the impression that nature itself was behaving unnaturally and adding to speculation about possible artificial engineering of the atmosphere. To many observers, the sight felt symbolic, as if the elements were shifting in preparation for something greater. Flock of unknown. During an evening walk in Norilsk, Siberia, a resident came across an unusual sight, a massive flock of unidentified insects hovering together. They didn't look like honeybees, hornets, wasps, or anything native to that environment. The swarm moved as a single unit, almost like a living hive, leaving the observer both amazed and puzzled by the strange gathering. While viewers and bystanders were oblivious about this, experts believe this could be a species of insects who for a long time were frozen, only to have now emerged due to rising global temperature. UFO invasion base. A boat owner who was passing by Manitoulin Island, Ontario, on August 25, 2025, noticed something that left him shocked. In not much distance, around 5 classic disc-shaped craft appeared rising above the ridgeline, almost as if there were a hidden UFO base there. According to him, over a dozen more UFOs appeared from there and flew away before he could start filming them on his camera. The number of UFOs that were spotted in that area left him convinced that this fleet was some hidden invasion level. Weird aerial phenomenon. On November 11th, 2025, a passenger aboard a commercial flight over Russian airspace noticed a strange phenomenon in the sky. A bright, glowing light appeared nearby at a similar altitude, yet its shape and source were difficult to identify. Despite being relatively close, the object remained unclear, leaving the observer uncertain about what it was or how it could be explained. Rare ball bolt. A widely shared clip captured the rare and unsettling phenomenon of a ball bolt, a glowing orb hovering ominously in midair, pulsating with bursts of intense light. The sphere appeared almost alive, erupting with streaks of energy that suggested destructive potential. Scientists describe ball bolts as plasma-like formations occurring under extreme atmospheric conditions, yet their unpredictable behavior remains largely unexplained. Unlike ordinary lightning, the orb moved independently, giving it a haunting, otherworldly presence. In some instances, ball bolts can linger for several seconds and leave scorched marks behind, creating fears that such phenomena may signal larger, possibly apocalyptic forces stirring ominously in the skies above. Running in circles. Although running in circles is a defense strategy that some animals use to protect their young from wolves, these cases are completely different. In Russia, a group of farmers spotted a large herd of reindeer mysteriously running in circles on their land, almost as if the shift in the magnetic pole had been too abrupt. Using snowmobiles, they tried to stop and drive them off their property. A similar but far more concerning incident occurred in Spain, where a large herd of horses began moving in circles through downtown Madrid. The cause isn't known, but many believe it signals unusual animal behavior or a possible natural precursor to catastrophic events. Trumpet sky. In 2016, residents of Jerusalem witnessed a strange and unsettling sight that left many shaken. A massive ring-shaped cloud appeared in the sky, with pale smoke drifting slowly within it, creating an atmosphere that felt deeply unnatural. What disturbed people even more were reports of a trumpet-like sound echoing across the sky, adding to the sense that something extraordinary was unfolding. Videos of the event spread rapidly online, fueling intense debate and fear. While some saw it as a divine message, others recalled ancient prophecies, warning that it was not a sign of comfort, but a reminder that judgment, long foretold, could arrive without warning. The video has definitely reached its end. I will see you again with another WoW video. Until then, you can check out these other videos for a WoW dose of entertainment and knowledge.